Hey friends, I'm Rhiannon from Drawn by Rhiannon, and today I wanted to show you how I photograph and edit photos of my products to put onto my website. So I'm hoping you know, but just in case you don't, I do have my own website where I sell all the products that I make. So I'm going to drop the link to that in the description so you can go and check it out if you've not seen it already. So here at Drawn by Rhiannon, I do everything myself. So I do the designing, the making, the photographing, the editing, the listing, everything. So I would say I'm not the best photographer or photo editor. We covered a little bit of it in uni, but that was a lot more like fashion based, so it was a lot more on models and kind of thing like that. We never really did like product photography at uni, which would have been really helpful, but there we go. So I kind of muddle through. I just don't think any of it's particularly accurate or particularly the right way to do it. But these are just things that I've picked up sort of over the years of doing product photography. So I thought you might find it a little bit interesting to just sort of see the process that I go through of photographing and editing my photos. I just want to clarify, when I say that I edit my photos, I mean that I edit the lighting and I edit the colours just to make them as true to life as possible. I don't edit it in that I change the product so it doesn't look like the actual product, like I'm not sort of coming in and like editing a different zip in or something like that. I'm literally just trying to make the photos look as good as possible so that you can get the best idea of the product that you're buying. Today I'm adding a new product to the website, which is why I thought I would do this video. So it is the koala wash bag, but as you can see it is currently just a piece of koala fabric. So first of all I'm going to go and make the wash bag, so I'm going to head off and do that now. Is the finished wash bag. So I just love this print. This is one of my newer prints. You can check out a video of me designing this print if you would like. I'll pop a little card up here. I can never remember which side it's on, but go and check that out if you've not seen that already. So I did actually make a koala bag earlier in the year, but I had a market like straight after that weekend and it sold at the market, so I never got a chance to actually photograph it and list it. But I really want to add this to my website just for people who aren't at markets and obviously can't get it if it's not online. And I love it, so I would really like it to be like a permanent feature on the website. So we're going to get this photographed today. This behind me is my very high-tech photo station slash packing station most of the time. So I just have this backing paper. It was like this shade of blue, but it was a little bit too dark, and I didn't really like how like solid it was. So then I painted a load of white over it to get a lighter shade, and I also like the slightly more kind of like textured kind of background to it. It makes it a lot easier for editing as well. I can just like grab little bits off it and sort of patch it up. You'll see what I mean later when we get to the editing part. So yeah, this is my backdrop. I literally just stick this against the wall, and then you can't see it at the moment, but I have a big lamp here that I use for when I'm doing videos, which is why you can't see it currently. But the main purpose of it was to light up my photos when I'm taking photos of my products. So I've got this big main one. I do actually have two of these, but the studio is pretty small, so one of them is in the workshop. So I just use this one, but if I need a little bit more light, then I've also got a little lamp that I have like on the sewing desk to help me see when I'm sewing. So sometimes I bring that in as well. When I'm taking photos of my products, I always like to have at least one photo where I've got like another item in it, so basically like what you would use it for kind of thing. So I do this just to give a bit of context, and also I think it helps just give you an idea of what size it is. So for the wash bags, obviously I put like toiletries and stuff with it. So today I've just had a little rummage through and I've got like a little loofah thing, but this is green, and obviously the background of the koala wash bag is green as well, so I'm not quite sure really want to get like a natural coloured one of these, so it just kind of goes with everything. But I just found that in the cupboard. And then I've just recently bought a load of more soaps from Zenote. So that is a local soap company that is run by the lovely Andrea. Just a little shout out for her here. I'm going to drop her a link down below because she makes the most beautiful soaps and moisturisers and bath milks. They're just wonderful. So very handily, I actually bought a bunch of stuff from her the other day, just had a little restock. So her soaps are just so pretty, that I use them in some of my product photos. They're just gorgeous, look at that, so pretty. So I got a few of these and moisturiser bar and stuff like that. So I'm just going to lay those out around the wash bags, get a little sort of pretend setup, like we're going to pretend it's in a bathroom, get that going on. And then the rest of the photos are just basically different angles of the wash bag, because obviously if you're not buying it in person you can't pick it up and like have a look at the different angles. So I always take one straight on from the front and one on the side so that you can see like the width of it, and you can see sort of that it's got the gusset there, the flat bottom. And then I just like to take one off the inside as well, just so you know what you're getting, and it gives you a little bit of an idea of what the fabric's like as well. So yeah, just trying to take photos of everything that people might have questions about, and then all the rest of the information's in the product description. So hopefully that covers everything. I know I'm supposed to do something with like reflectors and all that kind of thing, but yeah, I usually forget and it doesn't even remotely get involved. So it's very basic kind of photography we're going for here. Also, if you watched my last video, you'll know that what I'm filming on now is actually a new camera, because the one I bought when I was a student, God bless it, finally gave up the ghost. I've not actually used this to take any photos yet, so we will see how that goes. I had a little bit of trouble working out all the new settings on it because it's a lot fancier than my old camera. So yeah, we're gonna give it a go, use it to take the photos and see how we get on. Okay, so I've got lots of shots, different angles, lots of different arrangements of the props because I just couldn't work it out how I wanted it. But I think I'm pretty happy now with the final photo that I took. So I'm going to transfer all the photos onto my computer, have a look through, just double check I've definitely got ones that I'm happy with. And also I'm kind of interested to see what the quality of these photos are going to be like compared to my old cameras. That'll be interesting. And then we can get to editing. Just wanted to say as well, it smells so lovely in here because of those soaps. So good. So I thought I would just quickly walk you through a few of the sort of editing things that I've picked up over the years. So I use Photoshop CS6, which is horrifically outdated now. I bought this when I was a student, so I bought this in 2012, 2013, something like that, when you could still buy Adobe programs outright. I think it was literally just before they went over to the Creative Cloud. I am really pleased that I bought it outright, because otherwise I would have spent an absolute fortune paying for a monthly subscription to Creative Cloud all these years. But obviously you get the downside of it being horrifically outdated. So this is why you see on my print design videos and stuff like that, that if you're new to print designing, it will make no sense because no one does it like that anymore. But this is the program that I learned to use and I still use it, so there we go. So what I'm gonna do is just edit the like main photo. It takes a long time to edit all the photos and I'm guessing that's gonna be pretty boring too for you to watch all of that. So I'm just gonna show you how I edit the main photo, and it's basically the same same thing that I do for all the photos. So I'm gonna pop up a little recording of my screen so you can watch me on that to see it a little bit better. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk through what we do. So this is our photo here. So first of all, I am just going to crop it. So I'm just going to crop it to about there. So obviously, as you can see, currently there is little spaces here that aren't covered by the background. Essentially, I just need to get a bigger backdrop for my photos, but I've bought the biggest size card you can get, and I'm too cheap to custom order a bigger piece. So we'll come back to that later. First of all, I just want to sort out the lighting. So like I say, I do try my best with the lighting, like in real life, but still not great at it. So this is a new tool. It's not a new tool at all, obviously it's an old program, but that I found literally earlier this year or last year, and it's fantastic. Just takes your shadows away. You don't have to do anything, you just press a button, does it automatically. So that's fantastic. Then there's just a couple of places where it's still quite shadowy. Obviously I know shadows exist in the real world, but I just like to get rid of them a little bit more. So I just go and replace colour, select the shadow, and then just lighten it a little bit. So if you can see just in the bottom right hand corner there, just the shadow on the soaps, that's the after, that's the before. But that's taken like a little bit too much away from the koala, so I'm just gonna turn the fuzziness down even more. So the fuzziness is basically like how much of the picture it grabs, so I just want to make sure that the colour that I'm selecting, it isn't picking it up off the koalas as well, because we don't want to change the colour of that too much. It's a little bit less fuzzy again. But there we go. It's not made a huge amount of difference, but just to get rid of the shadows a little bit more there. And then my other favourite like auto tool is auto tone. So that just like sort of like kind of like a contrast thing, but it just kind of sharpens the pictures, brings the colours like more bold and everything. That one's done it too much, all the colours are off whack now, but then you can fade it. So I'm going to fade it to like maybe 50%. Yeah, something like that. Kind of like that, yeah. So it just gives it a little bit more clarity. Just see it a little bit better there, so that's good. So then, like I say, the other thing that I need to sort out is the background on here. So usually what I do for this is just use, I have no idea what it's actually called, clone stamp tool. So just make that a bit bigger. So you literally just grab a piece of the image and then you can put that exact thing like further along. So we're literally just cloning the piece of paper that we already had. This does take a little while because you don't want it to look like exactly the same, so I'm taking like different bits from different places. I'm turning the hardness right down so you can't see like the edge of where it was done. But this is going to take a little bit of a while. Okay, so we had a little bit of trouble with the battery camera running out, but we got there in the end. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, it would be lovely if you could subscribe to my channel. I'm going to put the link for the koala wash bag just down in the description, so if you want to check that out, go and have a look. Click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video. I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!